Hello. Okay.
Hello, teacher. Good
Hello.
evening. Yes, good evening.
Good
Okay. All
good
right.
evening,
Yeah, teacher.
City again. Nice.
Good evening, teacher. I mean, teacher. Can you hear me clearly? Is my voice clear?
Yes, I can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, yes, it
Okay,
is.
thank you. So, teacher. This is Claudine. In your right side, you can see all of these tools. Am I correct? Right side.
Yeah, I can.
You can see it
Yes.
all on your right side. Okay. So if you can see it all on your right side, um, you can see these scissors. Am I correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we
Wait.
have option
Wait. No, I can't. No, I can't.
because you are using a phone. Am I correct?
Yes, I am. I'm using a phone.
Okay. Yeah. That's the problem, teacher. If we are using our phone, we cannot use this one because this one is very important. Okay. Yeah, this is the reason also why I want to have a training with you. Why? Because I want you to use this. Well, we can have classes using our phone, but the problem is very limited, meaning you cannot do any expansion. So, but in your demo, teacher,
Okay.
are you gonna, I mean, can you use your laptop or computer? What device are you gonna use if you do the demo?
Okay, so right now my laptop is having some issues actually. So it started messing up yesterday. So the plan is to get it to the engineer to repair it this coming week. And yeah, if it's not repairable, then I'll be getting a new one this coming week. So that's the plan actually. But for now, I can only work with my phone. Yeah.
Mm,
I don't
okay,
know.
yeah, but have you
Yeah.
seen my example video, teacher? How did I deliver the
Yes, I
class? Have
do.
you seen it? Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Um, okay, so yeah, because the most important is like this, teacher. You are going to show more pictures, especially if the picture is they are not familiar with. You know, if you're having classes, even from young to adults, it is very easy for them to remember if you're gonna show pictures like this. So I'm just only using that scissors to show more pictures, especially if the word is new to them. And I always do expansion all the time. I always do expansion of the lesson. For example, here, for example, I have a lesson like this. So this is the way on how I do the expansion. I'm showing pictures. I'm showing to make it more, to make it more easy for the student to understand and express more. So I'm always using these scissors. Yes. And
Okay.
especially, okay. Because teacher, if you um I don't know, but for me, this is the way on how I encourage the student to talk more, especially in the class. So as you can see, I do like this.
Okay.
Okay, so is that okay? Can you do the demo using your phone? Just 5 minutes is okay, maybe.
Yes. Okay. So give me a moment. Okay, so it's also quite possible for me to add some pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Um, give me a moment to try something I did a while back. Okay, so while this is on, I can still make use of something like this to add pictures. So I once had a demo class where I also, got some pictures, and while the material was open, I was able to add some pictures because we talked about dancing. So I had to add some more pictures so the students could get clarity. Do you understand
Mm-hmm.
on it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so what I can do before the time for the demo is get more
Mm-hmm.
pictures
Mm-mm.
upload them to my drive, and then pictures that relate. But I've seen your lesson with David, and I really enjoyed it. So though I understand that there might be some limitations on my end, but I still believe it's feasible. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, because sometimes I'm using my phone in the class, especially if we have power outage. So my problem using the phone is I cannot do the expansion. Why? Every time that I am having classes, I don't prepare pictures. No, I don't prepare
Okay.
pictures. Mm-mm. That's why when I have classes, like if I'm using the cell phone, uh, every time that I got some pictures in Google, it's like they cannot see me. They cannot see me, and I don't know. Maybe if it takes so long, for 1 minute like this, I kicked out in the classroom, automatically kick out in the classroom. That's the problem. So
Okay.
the reason is I don't prepare pictures before the class because we don't know, or I don't have an idea what will be the level of understanding of my student. So for example, if I have class like this, I didn't know that my student don't know what boxes are. I didn't know that my student don't know what van is. That's why, and for example, this one, I didn't know that my student really don't know what a scarecrow is.
Okay.
So I show pictures. That's why, yeah. But if you can do it, then that's okay. But the goal here in the lesson should be more talking from the student, not from the teacher.
Yeah.
And it's not all about reading, it's more about comprehension. It's more about like this.
Okay. The goal is for the student to express their ideas more fully, not just by answering yes or no or using limited words. What's important is to focus on the quality of the lesson, encourage the students to speak more, and guide them to expand their responses. Okay, please don't skip pages and make sure each page includes expansion so the students truly understands the lesson. In this way, believe me, parents will be more likely to book a class with you again. Okay,
So
understand.
we have here 34 pages. The question is, as you can see, I do expansion like this. So it's not possible that we can finish 34 pages in 25 minutes. But there are some students that, smart student, the level of understanding is here. I just only do like this to a safe way. Yeah, level of understanding is like this. So it's very possible that you can finish all 34 pages in 25 minutes. But what if your
Wow.
student is, the level of understanding is here? So I don't believe, I don't think so, that you can finish all of those pages. Am I correct?
Hmm.
Right? So
Yeah,
the
I don't
question,
think it's possible.
yeah. So the question is, what will be the age of your student? Well, we don't know because it's like well, that's not a problem. That's not a big problem because why? This is a video class. Then you can have an idea what will be the age of your student. The problem is, how will you know the level of understanding of your student? Now, you do the demo now with me. Now, you know my age, this is my age, but how can you tell? How are you going to deliver this lesson material? You don't know yet what is the level of my understanding. Start.
Okay, thank you. So firstly, I introduce myself. I'm teacher E, and so I asked the students, to tell me their name. Yeah, to tell me their name. So I asked, "What's your name?"
Mm.
And
Okay.
when they respond, so when they respond, they're like, "Oh, that's a very beautiful name." So
Mm-hmm.
I ask how old they are. They tell me, and then
Mm-hmm.
I proceed to ask questions that relate to um, what's the topic, right? So the first thing
Mm-hmm.
I say is, do you like to work alone or do you like to work with people? Do you understand? So,
Mm-hmm.
but firstly, I introduce the topic better together.
Mm-hmm.
So, what does so they read it out themselves, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, They read it out themselves. So once they read it out, I'm like, oh, very good. Can you say it
Mm-mm.
once more? So they say
Mm-mm.
better together. I'm like, oh, that's very good. So can you define, can you explain what better together means? What it
Mm-mm.
means to work together and all. So once
Mm-mm.
they explain, sometimes, well, sometimes they do not know how to explain. So I
Mm-mm.
always prepare for a meaning, the meaning of the word before
Mm-mm.
the class begins.
Mm-mm.
So I look for the simplest definition for an English
Yes.
learner.
Very
So
good.
when I type it on, yeah, so when I type it out, for instance, okay, give me a moment.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so well, I can't really come up with a definition right now. The plan was I just got back from church, so I needed like, some time to prepare for the training and all. But let's just say better together means to I don't know. But just, I just provide a definition. So once they get it, I'm coming. Yeah, so whatever it is, I tell them to read it out for
Mm-mm.
me. So if they read it out and they make any errors in their pronunciation, I correct them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So after correcting them, then we proceed. So after correcting them, I also tell them to give me a sentence with the word. So can
Can
you
be
give me
used.
a
Mm.
sentence? Yeah, so can you give me make a sentence with the word better together? So once they do that, then we proceed to the next page of the class. So I would say, okay, can you tell me what's the two men, right? Can you tell me what you see in the picture? Is there anything you see in the picture? Can you tell me what's going on? So they tell
Mm-mm.
me, okay, so depending on what their definition is, right? I
Mm-mm.
also try to make corrections where necessary in, while they define it. Sometimes in the process of explaining what they
Mm-mm.
can see, they make errors.
Mm.
So I also try to, type again to make some sort of corrections. Sometimes I tell them to also type out what they feel is a definition. So it's help, type out what they see because it also helps me to understand their writing skills. If their writing skills, skill is pretty good. So
Mm-mm.
if there are any errors, I also correct it and then I tell them to read it out. And then once they've made the correction, I then proceed. I tell them to read out what is on the
Mm-mm.
sentence. So the men are riding a bike together to dash. So how does teamwork help here? So does it help them to stay safe, travel faster, or do many things? So I tell them to also read it out and pick the best option. Okay. So whatever their response is, I work with it, and if there are errors, I make corrections. If they are correct, then we proceed. We move to the next stage
Page.
of the
Uh-uh.
lesson. So,
Mm-mm.
sorry.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You mean you move to the next page because here, for example, we have this one, and then you go to the next page.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly.
Okay.
So, okay, I think, do you have a correction to make?
Oh, okay. No, no. I mean, I just want to add. No correction, but add. Okay. So for
Okay.
example, maybe I will be the teacher and you will be my student. Okay, let's try this one. And this is the way how I'm going to deliver the lesson. Let me save it again here. Hmm. Okay. Give me a second. I just want to add
Okay.
because that's you. You're unique. That's your own way of teaching. So I just want to add some, suggestions. Okay. So this is my way.
Okay. Okay.
In greetings, I just only do the greetings for 5 to 10 seconds as much as possible. 5 to 10 seconds. I do like this first. Can you hear me? Because that is the very most important. Can you see me? It's very important. So if everything is okay, I don't ask questions about names. I go ahead. Are you ready? Let's go. Like that. Why? Why don't ask names? Why? Because sometimes there are some students who feel annoyed, and I'm very sure that I am not the only teacher on that day. So the other teacher asked names to that, to that specific student. So even me, I don't know. It's like I don't like asking questions about names anymore. I just only do, can you hear me? Can you see me? Are you ready? Let's go. Now, I will proceed now to evaluation. I need to evaluate the level of understanding of my student. How to do that? Yes, I need to ask basic questions. And as much as possible, I avoid asking questions that the answer is only yes or no, because you,
Yeah.
even you as a teacher, you know that it's not, it's useless, you see. Do you agree that
Yeah.
asking questions
Yeah.
yes or
I
no
do.
is that's useless, right? So I always ask
Yeah, I do.
questions that is uh open ended question, open ended, like more opinion. So I do like this. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to evaluate the level of understanding of my student. Because why? This will be the reason why. For example, your student knows algebra, but the way on how you discuss the lesson is, I don't know, one plus one is what? You see? Does it make sense? That's why this is the very, very first thing that I do. I need to evaluate the student, because if the student knows algebra, then I'm gonna use algebra lesson. If the student only knows this, then I go to this level. Now, how am I going to know what is the level of understanding of my student? Of course, I'm gonna ask questions. Basic. Can you please tell me what is the title? I do like that. Then, for this one, you can tell, teacher, the title is Better Together. Okay, thank you. Very good. That is correct. For me to be able to know that the student really can read words correctly. That's why I asked the student. So with this one, I always write my question. Whatever I say, I always write like this. Why, Teacher Yan, do you always write? Yes, because you imagine yourself, Teacher E, that you're watching a Korean movie. Of course, you are not going to understand. You can't understand what a Korean movie is unless you have to read the subtitle. Am I correct, Teacher E? Do you agree? That's why every time in the class, I always write whatever I say because of this reason. Do you agree, teacher? I mean,
Yeah, I do.
is it effective? Right. That's why I always do this. As you can see my example class, I always write. Do you observe that too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
of
do.
this reason. Now, I will be the teacher. How about you, teacher E? Can you tell me what does the phrase better together mean to you? You will be my student.
Oh, okay. So better together means achieving something um better together. I do know the meaning, but I do not know how to phrase it in the simplest way.
Mm.
So, uh, yeah, so that's why I needed to okay, I'm
Oh, oh,
listening.
oh, oh, yeah, very good. So you have this kind of student too, right? They know the meaning in their mind. So what I do, I know that the student already has an idea. What is better together? Then this is now. Why is it important to I always show pictures for the student to, for me as a teacher to confirm that that idea, what is in your mind, I know. That's why I'm going to show a picture just for the student to have an idea how are they going to say that idea from their mind, to say it from their mouth. Now, do you have now an idea, what comes into your mind using with the help of this picture? Can you tell me now what does the phrase better
Mhm.
together mean to you with the help of my pictures?
Okay, so working together with others, like working with others to achieve a goal faster, you know. Yeah, to achieve a goal faster, majorly faster. Yeah, working with others, working together.
You see? Now, this is now my question. How do you feel now that you know what's the answer in your mind, and then I'm giving you a guide with the picture, and now you can express it now? So, how do you feel? that way.
Yeah, it's
Does it
yeah,
help?
it makes it easier for me to understand. Yeah, it does. It does.
That's that's
It
that's the
does.
way. That's my way of teaching. That's 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 uh,
Mm,
that's my technique. Now you feel it. I mean, now you experience now how is teacher Yan in the class. I do like
yeah.
this. That's what I want to add. Uh-huh. And then for example, okay. And then for example, we have this one. There is some students that they already know what's the answer. Why? Because they already review the lesson material and memorize already the answer. But you as a teacher, you know that if you just memorize the answer, it's useless. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Because
Okay.
you don't exactly
Mm-hmm.
understand it.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean you
that's
understand it.
exactly, exactly. So me, I do like this. There is some word bank here. I need to know that the student really understand what are those phrases. So I do always like this because my goal is always to make the student speak more in the class. So I do like this. Okay, can you tell me about this word? Stay safe. Okay, very good. Now I ask again a question. So how about you, teacher E? When we say stay safe, what comes into your mind? What does the phrase stay safe mean to you?
Mm, something that deals with protection. Um, yeah, staying safe, protection,
Mm-hmm.
being careful too. Those are words that come to mind. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Right. Oh, you see? Yeah, so this in this way, as you can observe also, I don't ask questions that is only answered by yes or no. Do you observe that, teacher?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Mm-mm. Yeah. So, well, in here also, okay, I do have, yeah, with your level of understanding, of course, I'm gonna ask some questions from your level of understanding. So, what if your student is kindergarten? I mean, it's not kindergarten. I mean, the level of understanding. So, I'm gonna find some questions like, maybe how is this one? This one. Here, can you tell me why is it important to stay safe?
Okay. Um, it's important to stay safe because it helps us to prevent, accidents, unforeseen circumstances, and all. Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
makes us, yeah. Okay.
okay, very good. So this is I will show you how is it important to know the level of understanding of your student. So this kind of question is very easy. But in this way, if you can see that the level of understanding of your student is here, I just only do like this here, then as you can see, look at that. What's the difference of the question from the white one and the green one? Tell me. What's the difference of these two
Okay.
questions?
Why do you think stay safe has become a common thing people say to each other? Okay, the level of the questions are different. The first one is for, like, a beginner or an intermediate, while the second one is for, someone with a higher level of understanding or higher level of proficiency in English, because
Mm-mm.
it requires more answers from
Mm-mm.
the person being asked the question.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. So yes, this is what I want you to show you as well that um there are some students that they just memorize the answer. So even if they memorize the answer, for me that's not enough. I always do like this. I always ask more questions with which they can express more ideas, but I'm very careful with the question that will I know that they can relate to it. So in
Mm.
case they don't know how to express that, I show pictures like this. And I do the same here.
Okay.
And then if I explain the each word bank like this one, I think the student is not going to guess what will be the answer here. Do you agree? No guessing
Mm-hmm.
answers here. If you explained well, if they express well each word bank. So there will be no guessing answers. If there are guessing answers,
Okay.
you can tell you as a teacher, the answer is you're just guessing. Then I will ask more questions just for me to confirm that he or she really understand the words. Then I do like this, I do like this, I do like this, I do like this. So if you explained well, I don't think so that they're having trouble to answer this. Now, how about this one? It's too many words. What will you do, teacher?
Okay, let me see. Give me a moment, sorry. Okay, so when they okay, so they would we'll talk about the definition of the word. I believe at this point they would understand, right?
Mm-mm.
So I'll ask them what they can see. So they describe what they can see in the
Mm,
pictures,
mm,
in the picture, and then if there are any corrections to be made, I make the
mm,
corrections, and then we proceed to read the word, to read the passage.
mm,
So, if there are any mistakes made while reading, I wait for the students and make the corrections, and then we'll try to answer the questions together. What does Gloria's dive team look for? Okay, so underline the answer. Okay.
All
So, but
right. They,
another thing is
yeah. Go.
okay.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so another thing is trying to, because I believe that the word dive came up earlier. The words, yeah, the three words came up earlier. So
Mm-mm.
it's also trying to let them to get them to also once again explain, because we've discussed the definitions of the word earlier, of the words earlier. So also try to get them to explain the words once again, and then they just give a better description based on the question. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that
So
makes any sense.
yeah, yeah. You if you have this kind of student, but what if there are some students that they don't like to read? Yeah, you can encounter this kind of student that they don't like to read. There is some reason, so we cannot push them to read. So what I do, if even if they don't read, I'm gonna ask some questions to make it easier for them. A question where the answers can be found here. For I'm sorry. Okay, for example, I'm gonna ask questions like this one. Teacher E, can you tell me how long ago did the ship they are looking for sink? So this time, what are you gonna do? What's the answer, Teacher E, for this question?
Okay, so that should be after we've read the I'm coming.
Okay, there
Give
are
me a
some
moment.
students that they don't like to read, but they can read. They just don't like to read.
Yeah.
Why? Because they're tired. Most of them they're tired, but they know how to read. That's why I need them to know what is on the passage. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to ask questions like this. This time, they know that I have question. Now, they're going to do the reading with their eyes by themselves, but this
Answer
time
the
with
question.
comprehension. You do like that, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so how about
Yeah.
you? I think you're gonna do the reading by yourself now. So can you tell me what will be the answer? How long ago?
Okay. It sank more than 100 years ago.
Oh, you see, how did you find the answer? You read it by yourself with comprehension.
That's
So
really.
it's more effective.
Yeah.
But this is not enough for me. If I know that all my questions are answered, so this time they understand now what is on the passage. So that's not enough for me. I'm gonna do now this one, this kind of question. This question, the answer cannot be found on the passage. But this answer to the question, you can have the idea based on what you read here. Agree. So
Yeah.
you
True.
always
True.
encourage the student to speak, to talk more. So it's like the student can feel, oh, I am the star in the class, not the teacher. That's what I want the student feel. Does it help?
Mm. Yeah, it does. It really does. Thank you.
Right. Okay, so anything, any questions you wanted to ask, just tell me. Just ask me. Maybe I can help before your demo.
Okay. Let me go back a little.
I'm
Um,
sorry. What's the
Give
questions?
me a moment.
Any
Sorry.
question you want to ask? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'd like to go back a little.
All right.
Mm. Okay, because I don't think I would get to this page. I don't think so. Yeah, because especially when you encourage the child to you know
Talk
speak more
more.
in class.
Mm.
I don't think we'll get to this. Okay, so so far I don't think I have much um I don't think I have questions. So all I'll just do is try to get a way to add, okay, some pictures. So how do you get access to those pictures? Like, the ones that just pop, the ones you just add during the class, before understanding the level of your students. So how do you get them?
I'm sorry, come again. Because my pets here are very noisy. They're hungry already. They keep on barking. Okay, what was again? What was
Oh,
that
I'm so
again?
sorry. Okay, yeah, so I said, you stated that you add several pictures, right, while teaching. So how do you have access to them? Because you stated that you have all this ready before discovering or finding out the comprehension level or
Mm,
the English skill of the
mm,
students.
mm,
So how
mm,
do you instantly like get access to these pictures? I understand
mm,
that I do not have
mm,
the
mm,
all the
mhm,
features on the phone. I don't have
mm,
access to
mm,
all the
mm,
features on the
mm,
phone,
mm.
but I'll be sorting out the issue with my laptop this week. So I'm just trying to find how to go about it.
I do like this. This is number two. Then
Okay.
I go first to Google Image. I find pictures that the student don't know. Then if the image is already there, then I go back in the classroom, use the scissors option number two, like this in the image.
Okay. So while speaking with the child, you move over to Google, like Google
Yeah.
Images.
Mm. Just like what I did here.
Okay. Okay.
Like what I did here. Because I know what's in your mind. That's why I'm trying to give you an idea based on the pictures.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I understand. Understand.
Mhm. Okay, any more question? Yeah, even if you think that you cannot come up here in this page, you still have to prepare because you don't know what will be the level of understanding of your student. Maybe the student is smarter than us. That could be. Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's
true. I
also
have a student
possible.
smarter than me. That's why, oh, I don't know what are some questions what I'm gonna ask. Sometimes I just let the student, okay, you will be the teacher, you ask me. Sometimes I do that and they like it because the student is smarter than me.
Hmm.
Yeah. Especially
Yeah.
math lessons.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
also think
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I also think that's really nice. When you
Mm-hmm.
get them to play the role of the teacher, it also helps them, especially with WH questions, where they
Mm-hmm.
get to, ask, and it also helps them to think and all. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I understand. Okay, no,
Mm-hmm.
no problem. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
the only issue I have for now.
But I don't
So I'll
suggest
just
you
have
do that.
to
But I don't suggest you do that. They will be the teacher.
no,
I
yeah,
only do that in my
I know.
math lesson. I only do that in my math lesson because
Okay.
I am a math teacher also in other companies. So for me to be able to know that the students really know what are those formula to come up, I want them to be the teacher. I want them to, oh,
No, I
I
understand.
always pretend that I don't know what will be the answer here. And they're gonna say, teacher, you just only do have this. You have put this one, but you see, so yeah, I only do that in my math lessons, but in English, no. In way, I just
No, I
encourage them to
understand.
speak more. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. Okay, that's fine. Oh,
Right.
that's fine. So, the other companies you work with, you also teach Korean, Asian kids.
Yes, but I don't recommend those companies because they have five times penalties than your rate.
No,
They
no,
have
I
penalties.
understand. I understand.
Mm. I only
Yeah, I
recommend those
understand.
companies
I'm
that
just.
don't have. Hmm.
Okay, okay. Yeah, no problem. No problem. No problem. I'm
Uh-uh.
just trying to, know how to go about the whole thing. But yeah, thank you so much. I really
Right.
do appreciate your assistance.
Okay, yeah. So don't
Yeah.
forget to record your demo. Why we need to record our demo? Because this is the way and how are they gonna advertise you once you're hired to the other parents to book a class with you as well.
Oh, okay. I understand. I understand.
Uh-uh.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. So after your demo,
Thank-
send it to me, the recorded demo, and then I'm gonna send it to the HR. Okay.
Okay, okay, no problem.
So
Thank you
yeah,
so much. Yeah.
is there anything else like yeah, I don't know. I think
Mm.
this is what I have and this is what I can share.
Yeah, I understand. You've actually done quite a lot. Yeah, I have your videos to go through. I also
Mm,
have the trainings, right? What you've told me. I mean, I also learned something new today about adding pictures and how pictures help them to, construct words. So that's something, down the line I'll start implementing, right? Like, starting from this demo class, the coming demo class. So yeah, that's that. And another thing, I think another question I have is regarding the payments. Okay. So I won't
mm-hmm,
say for now I have an issue with the payments, but
mm-hmm,
so basically what happens when I get the demo class? Okay, maybe other parents, like how do I get more kids, right? Because um it's not just the payments, right? I could be
mm-hmm,
getting paid $5 for 25 minutes, $10 for 25 minutes, but
mm-hmm.
without getting more students, it's like a waste, right? So the major thing is getting um more number of students. So are you saying everything relies on my demo classes? So like before any parent signs up, what happens? You show them the HR shows them like the videos of different teachers teaching, and then the parents make the decision.
I think you
Okay.
have the same question with this teacher too.
Okay, mentioned the booking system. Okay. If you are the best of all teachers, yes, you have many students.
That's
Okay.
true. That's
Wow.
true. No sugarcoat. That's true. If you're the best of all teachers,
Yeah.
yes, you can have many. All companies that I had, I've been to many companies, and I know it's not about you're hired, you're available those times, then all the students gonna book a class with us. No, we're not the only teacher in the company.
Hmm.
So you imagine yourself
Yeah, I
like this,
understand. I understand.
right? So you imagine yourself like this. If you have a child, are you gonna book a class or a teacher that they don't give the quality lesson? Are you gonna waste your money? Of
No,
course, no.
no, no, I won't do that.
So that will be the answer to your question. How to have? Do they have many students? My answer is that.
Hmm. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
Right. So teacher, I have a favor, right? Because it's hiring at this moment. So I have this many questions like I don't okay. Okay, what can you say about this okay, this question is very hot question to all my applicants,
Yeah.
right? But this is my answer. How about you? If you will be asked this kind of question, can you tell me what will be your answer? So that I can share this also to the other teacher as well. No sugarcoat. Tell me honestly, what will be your answer?
Okay. If I'm asked, if the company has like many students,
Like any other company, like all companies, of course, they have many students. But if you will be asked this kind of question, okay, what is your company right now?
okay.
I know you have a previous company. I think this is not your first
Yes,
time
yes.
in teaching. Am I correct? It's not your first time, right?
Yeah, this is not my first time.
So it's
Yeah.
not your first time. Whatever company you have
No.
been, do they have many students?
Okay, so so all I would say is that there are many students, but it depends on the efforts you put into your demo classes. That's into your demo class. So the number of students you get eventually as a teacher depends on the amount of efforts you put into your demo class. So I feel it's just, a way of letting them know that you have to put in a lot of efforts So it's not just about the presence of many students. It relies on you as a teacher. The number of students all relies on you as a teacher. So that's just all I would say.
Right. And when this one, it doesn't mean that you, yeah, it's about also your demo, because your demo, it shows that you showed them that this is you in the class. Of course, yeah. It's
Yeah.
all about demo as well. And it's all about every time that you have class, not only the demo. Every time that you're having class with
Okay.
a
Yeah.
student,
Yeah.
it's all about that. Of course, they're gonna book a class with you again if they feel like, wow. If they're gonna say this expression, wow. But if you don't have this expression, wow, after your class with a student, don't expect them to book a class with you again. You know what I mean? I just only
Yeah.
saying this way of,
Yeah. I understand.
explanation. Right. So, yeah.
Yeah. I understand. And then
Uh-uh. Teacher, is
then
this is
there are also referrals
hmm
too.
is this okay that because I record this one, but I'm gonna record only this part about this kind of question. I'm going to post this in Facebook so that the other teacher will not gonna ask me this another question again. Right? They always ask me this kind of question. I'm so tired answering this question. I'm gonna ask permission
Oh,
with
I
for
understand. Oh,
you
that's fine.
first. Yeah, thank you so
That's
much,
fine.
teacher.
That's fine.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So that they don't ask me this kind of question again. Every day I have 10 questions, the same questions, this one. So I'm very tired
Wow.
answering. Right. This question only, specific question. So thank you.
Well,
Thank you for letting me to
anyone's
post
trying
it.
to
Uh-huh.
make more bucks.
Ah, yeah.
I said everyone's trying to make more bucks. So definitely, I feel you'd get more of this. Yeah, you get
Mhm.
this a lot. I mean, so yeah, sure, you can post it. No problem.
Yeah, thank you. So, thank you, teacher. Ian. So I think that's it for today. So you can prepare your demo for tonight. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank you.
sure.
All right. Thank you.